Plus, we'll hear coaches' reactions from Nabi on number 9 and the scoring issues that continue at Kaizer Chiefs. Jose Ribeiro on the title race, and Cardoso out at Sundowns lashing out on the pitch factor. So that's what I've got for you. Tatane, what do you have?
We have a keeper who took a mattress and slept on the field of play for so many seconds until the referee punished him with an indirect free kick. We also have the Chief Richards Bay. We want to look at the second goal and give you the decision.
The second goal?
Second goal, yes.
Was it offside or not?
Was it offside or not? We'll give you the decision.
Because at 1-0, Chiefs can still get a draw. They can still fight back. There was still time. So an important goal to look at.
Definitely.
All right.
Nothing from FNB.
Anything from FNB?
I
also felt there was, I thought it was sound refereeing.
And as we speak now about referee the first group.
It's not gonna do anything.
Some people are asking,
there's a course every season.
Yeah, they are in the mid-season workshop. This is FIFA week, FIFA break. So therefore, we'll see when they come out if they are refreshed or not.
Do you have anything from the weekend game that you want, from the FNB game that you want Tatane to look at?
No, I was just asking because obviously, depending on who you speak to, especially Miguel Cardoso, for instance, he didn't elaborate further, but he was of the opinion that the officiating was a bit suspect.
Is there any?
I mean, nothing that springs to mind. I can't think of anything.
Because you might think of the tackle that led to the Sundowns goal, but it ended up being a goal.
And maybe delays in terms of Sipho Chain spending a bit of time, but they were given 6 minutes additional time. So I thought that was sufficient.
And a brilliant advantage played by Badi on the Sundowns goal. There was a foul, and then he delayed the ball was played into.
Was that foul later punished?
Scored. Yes, that foul was supposed to be punished. A goal is scored.
But still, the foul is a foul. Was it punished?
No, you cannot punish if you have to wait. If there is advantage. So there was advantage because the ball was...
So if Kushaga flying kick, Kusha is fatleo, but then the ball goes on as advantage to a teammate
who scored.
And then it's a goal. Na Kusha ilega flying kick sharp.
If it was reckless or excessive force. If it's reckless, yellow card. If it's excessive force...
but that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
If the tackle happens...
Yeah.
I wave play on because I can see it's an advantage.
Yes.
Do I not come back and say, hey, the tackle was bad, here's a yellow?
If it deserves a yellow, yes.
Okay.
But
that's what I was asking.
If it's careless, and then no yellow card, but the referee can warn you to say, I've seen you, stop it.
All right. And I saw that moment when Mudau himself was pushed in the box in the same way that he pushed. He was pushed in the box and he waved for penalty. He wanted a penalty, but he wasn't given a penalty. Very similar to the Chiefs one, that one there. Excuse me? Timmy. What about fourth wise man? How in the back? Egypt has changed you, man.
Give me Egypt.
What do you have, Mazola?
Yeah, I've got a lot. Coaches are crying. They are fighting with the fans. They are pleading for more time. We're going to have the latest from Cape Town City, who, as you are saying, they fired a guy who never had the job in the first place, but I'm of opinion he had the job. He was in charge for 14 matches. And then we're going to go to Morocco, the Botola Premier League. Done and dusted from a title race point of view. Berkane have won their first title in 15 years, I think it is, with 6 games to spare. And Rulani Mokwena is feeling the heat from the supporters and the media, mind you, which are Kadaba support. And then we're going to come back home, Nabi and spicy Jose Ribeiro in that press conference at FNB Stadium.
I failed, man. Replayed 3 times. Vondo versus Mpin. The game I failed, man.
There was no goalkeeper also. I saw something.
A penalty kick, no goalkeeper. Maybe if time allows, we'll, add a little spice.
I'll tell you, we're going to give them time. We're going to give them time.
Yeah.
Imagine I fill in for touch. Go touchdown. But touch a little loot about thing. Then I'm filling in. Bankobe must post not amplified. Because Bankobe got touchy. Muhsin, I'm sorry. It's 18 after the hour 6. Let's get straight into it and take a look at the Grand Prix from the weekend. It was the opener of the Grand Prix. A lot expected from Lewis. Okay.
Let's talk about Coach Nabi, who had to answer questions also about why there are no Kaizer Chiefs players in the
national team
Bafana squad.
That's an unfair question.
Well, the journalist asked. That's what you said. the Pirates coach being a little bit spicy. And I think when you've beaten log leaders and 7-time champions, you have every right to be a little bit cocky. He says your friends, the journalists, had been asking him questions about everything else under the sun except the game against Mamelodi Sundowns in the build-up to that match.
And of course, he's talking about, he was under the same pressure to say, do you think it's time to relinquish your reins here at Pirates?
Exactly. And why, if you are staying, why has the club not told us that you are staying? Because you are 2 months from the end of your contract. Why have you not signed a new contract?
When does the contract end?
In June.
Okay. Why did Sundowns change where they changed? Where did they change? Why are we seeing Sundowns walking over cables? Why are we seeing Sundowns bus parked where it was parked? The videos that came out from the players, what was happening? They didn't go down the tunnel, they went down the side slip. What do Chiefs have to do with it?
Yeah, well, it's a pity that we, as SABC Sport touchline, we only got this information at the end of the match, because we were also puzzled as to what was happening. Here's where Chiefs come in. At the before, in the build up to the game, obviously pre-match meetings, what have you, Chiefs made it clear that their locker room.
So Chiefs are the resident of
the
FNB.
tenants there.
They are the tenants at that stadium, and the main locker room, the home team locker room, the change rooms, all of that, that entire wing belongs to Kaizer Chiefs. And they've said what?
And they said nobody can use it except us. So Pirates had to, as the home team for the venue, for the match, had to use the change room that they always use when they are playing Kaizer Chiefs at
the opposition.
The opposition change room. That means now Sundowns did not have a locker room in that vicinity, but
stadium management
have recently done renovations and built, and we've got videos and pictures of it. We'll show it visually on Soccer Zone. They built new change rooms, very fancy, but they were a bit too far.
But the problem is where they are.
They're a bit too far. Hence, even there was a delay. I mean, some people were disputing, no, there was not a delay, Sundowns were not. The fact of the match is the game was delayed by 6 minutes.
So it was an inconvenience.
It was an inconvenience. And that's why you saw them use the other.
And Sundowns only find this out 2 hours before, because when is that pre-match meeting? 2 hours before?
No, the pre-match meeting is on the day before.
Oh, the one the day before. No, there's one in the morning as well, right?
Yeah.
This was the one the day before.
Yeah.
That's
so
when
I'm
they
not too sure whether they found out the one the day before or the one a few hours before kickoff.
Yeah.
I would imagine, from what I understand, this was discussed in the pre-match meeting the day before, that Mamelodi Sundowns would use the other change room.
Here's something.
Kaizer Chiefs have made it clear that nobody can
use theirs. So that's where Kaizer Chiefs come in. No one can use the home team, which is the one that's closest to the tunnel where the players walk out. Yeah. So Sundowns would have spent, and they calculated this. They did a thing. It's 2 minutes, right? It's 2 minutes. So it's 2 minutes walk that way, across, 2 minutes walk back. It's what it was. So that's 4 minutes of the 15 break that you get. It's 11 minutes gone. It's 11 minutes gone already, whereas the other team is already sitting, hearing whatever it is that they've got to hear. And only a player and somebody who's, in the technical space can answer this to say, what does this do psychologically? Did it influence or affect the game in any way? None of us here can answer that, surely.
Yeah, look, I think if it was a major issue, and I know to some degree it is, I'm pretty sure, having lost the game, I'm pretty sure Cardoso would have brought it up. But he did not use it as an excuse at all. And I think if it was a major issue, he'd have said, we spent 2 minutes walking to the pitch, and then the game started and we were still finding our feet. I know coaches. If they can find a little bit of excuse outside the pitch, they will. And he didn't take that opportunity. So, yes, for broadcasters and everybody concerned, delays and all of that. But I don't know. Maybe, like you're saying, only a player maybe, because the coach didn't take the opportunity to say it affected them. Maybe a player will say that had we been there.
It seems so. When you look at the videos that came out, those are definitely from somebody within the Sundowns team. And I would assume that they are to say, look at what we had to go through. So that's what happened as far as that is concerned. And Bertie's done plenty of interviews in and around this. He's been to so many different radio stations, even at the press conference afterwards. So we do know that Kaizer Chiefs have said, no one can use this. It's our home turf. We're the residents here for the season. We pay. It's us, so no one else can use this. And they're not saying that to Sundowns, mind you, because Sundowns wouldn't have been the ones that are using that. It would have been Orlando Pirates. But it comes at the inconvenience, of course, of Mamelodi Sundowns. Let's take a break. When we come back, Tatani. Much needed 3 points for Richards Bay, who now find themselves in 11th with 24 points. But could Chiefs have tried to get back into that game if that second goal hadn't gone in? Talk to me.
Yeah, let me start by clearing the air because I'm getting questions. Can a penalty kick be taken when there's no goalkeeper? So I have to read the law to answer that as it happens.
That question is from your homeboys.
They are listening
in
now.
Limpopo.
They are listening now.
Who you could have WhatsApped, but tell all of us.
Yeah, the defending goalkeeper must remain on the goal line facing the kicker. So the answer is there. If there's no goalkeeper, the referee can call the game off and then apply report, and then the league will deal with that. This
comes, of course, from the game that's been played 3 times out in Limpopo.
Yes.
That league always problematic. We've covered so many different things. I remember the goals was that one team scored 69 or 95 goals. It was the same league. Now, as soon as the referee gives a penalty to the opposing team, that one team leaves the field.
Yes.
And they go off and they go home, and it's the end of the match. And they've had to replay it 3 times now. I don't know why they just don't award the points the other way. Nonetheless, let's get back to the Kaizer Chiefs matter.
Let's go to the Kaizer Chiefs matter. We saw what we call a shot taken, and then Batuma in an offside position. We'll show you on Soccer Zone. He was in an offside position. What does the law say? The law says a player in an offside position shall only be penalized at the moment the ball is played, when he's involved in active play by interfering with play, interfering with an opponent, or gaining an advantage by being in that position. So now, interfering with play is out. Interfering with an opponent is out because you never stand in front of an opponent. But then, when the ball rebounds from the goal post, at the moment the shot was taken, he was in an offside position. When it rebounds, he played the ball. What does the law say? When you play the ball that rebounds, you are now gaining an advantage by being in that position. So flag should have gone up for offside because the player is now gaining an advantage by being in that position. So flag did not go up, and then a goal was given, which was incorrect decision by the referee on the day, or the assistant referee who did not give.
So there you have it. Kaizer Chiefs there will feel hard done by. Do you have another one?
Yeah, another one is the 6-second rule, which now FIFA is changing it to 8 seconds. We saw Stanley Mwabali making a save, and then Ankamatras arobala kona ko Buffalo City. Arobala. Referee Mureki went out and then came back to punish him with an indirect free kick. Some people were saying, why not yellow card? There's no yellow card for contravening the 6 seconds rule. It's indirect free kick inside the penalty area against the goalkeeper, of which Mureki did correctly, or did a good job by awarding an indirect free kick for Mwabali for holding the ball for 21 seconds. So now I was very happy and very happy to see Mureki applying that law, because some were sleeping, or some are sleeping for more seconds, of which the referee don't punish, and FIFA has realized that. So correct decision by Mureki.
Let's go to